What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jet, and I am back in the mix. I'm sorry for this audio bug. I really am. But the good news is, what I'm about to show you right now is not the main event. What I just said was, there's another encounter coming up after this one. Now, notice where I spawn at. Keep that in mind. Alright, so I'm just like, yeah, this is not gonna work out. I'm gonna loot one car or whatever, and then I'm gonna turn right around and take this exit that's behind me. And I thought right here that the overlapping sound of looting would cancel it out, but it doesn't. So right here I turn around and I head for an exit. But I hear that. That's a player. Turns out he had the same idea. Watch this. This is probably the easiest kill you'll ever see. Alright, now that guy didn't have anything on him but the fake magnifying glass, like the fake glint that, you use to catch people off guard, make them think they're being scoped in by a sniper. That's all he had on him. Now, let's get into the main event. This lobby had some really spendy players in it. And you're right, I'm one of them. Because I like nice round numbers. 400 is a nice round number. So we're going to go into the biggest map in this game with 4 times the amount of loot as usual. And look where I spawned at. Somebody's behind me. What do? I take off. Go straight toward the nearest landmark. Because in my previous, in the intro to this video, there's that exact same wolf. Somebody is right behind me. So I gotta make this quick. Get inside this house. And clean it out. 4 times the amount of loot now. And I'm not finding anything. And there's a phone. But, I did that one time, so that's cool. Okay, guess I'm gonna check the barn. Hopefully the barn has some loot laying around in it. Like I said, and like you just seen just now, 4 times the usual amount of loot. Okay, now there's a person over there to my left. There's no loot in here. Alright, so let me tell you why I always pan my camera around whenever I hear gunshots. I do that because I got good headphones, right? As you should have good headphones too. The headphones that split the sounds based off of distance. Whenever you turn your camera in any direction, the game will tell you what direction it's coming from. So if you hear a gunshot that you think is right in front of you, if you turn your camera to your left, you will hear 100% echo coming in your right ear. If you're facing left and you hear gunshots to the right, when you turn back right, you will know that somebody just got into a gunfight right in front of you. It's the little things that matter. That's how you get information that will give you the advantage in any gunfight or any potential fight. That's why I tell you all, always keep your camera moving. Not just for spotting opponents, but telling you which direction the nearest gunfight is, which direction footsteps are coming from, all that good stuff. You see, like right here, I'm going to head straight toward it, but you see that right there? That was me just checking to see if it was actually right in front of me. Now there is the signal detector to my left. I'm deciding, I haven't been on this railroad, this trestle in a little bit, so I'm gonna go through here. Maybe there's some stuff on the train. I haven't had any luck yet. But then I hear footsteps. So I go right back up, and they sound like they're on the ground. But right here, I'm walking on metal, and then wood, and I'm gonna switch right back to metal. If anybody has a good enough IQ, they will know by me walking on metal that I'm on a bridge. Now, what I'm about to show you is the difference between soft spotting and hard spotting. I'm about to get soft spotted. Signal detector's right there. You're going to see a person emerge from that signal detector. And in just a few moments too, you're going to see him aiming over here. Jet, how do you know he's aiming? The glint of his scope. Watch for it. It'll be a very, very dead... Right there. He's aiming over here. He knows I'm in this direction. But what he doesn't know is my elevation. He doesn't know if I'm on the bridge or underneath the bridge. Now, right here, somebody's coming up to my right. And now I'm like, crap, what am I going to do? They're walking on metal. They're on this bridge. I just got soft spotted. Now, this is hard spotting. For all of my players out there that like to go loud and proud, let me explain something to you. If I were to get in a gunfight on this narrow behind bridge with somebody who was already overseeing my position to my left, it'll be the worst idea ever. I have no cover, I'm stuck on one lane, and all it takes is one headshot to kill me. That's why I decide to relocate. Not run away, but relocate. There's always the chance that that guy who's on that trestle is going to come out and hunt me down. Might as well get into a good spot to get the jump on him as well. You see, I keep looking to my left to see if the guy at the signal detector is going to come over here and try to kill me. But he doesn't. I get the idea of disappearing into the shadows. Now, you seen just now, he's not walking on the trestle, so he's probably still laying down, you know, trying to see where I'm at. That gives me the opportunity to leave, because that was probably the 12th most unfavorable gunfight I've ever been in on this game. Yes, the death tunnel is a thing, but at least with a death tunnel, you have cars and another way to traverse through the death tunnel. That was really close. But on that trestle, I have no cover whatsoever. I was against a locomotive. That thing can't provide me cover. I'm sitting beside it. Now, the guy that's at the signal detector just hit it. And that very loud gunshot, it sounded real close. That was probably the guy that I just fought, shooting at the dude with the signal detector. So now, they are locked in a actual battle right now. But I got nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. I already relocated, so they can have all their fun they want to. Now, I came through here, because I'm like, maybe there's some loot over here, because, I mean, it's the center of the map. Like, nothing but houses and electronical boxes and cars. But here's the other side of that coin. People spawn like crazy behind that white house, behind this blue house, and I think 2 more spawns are actually on the other side of that river, and I think that's it. Yeah, so all through here has pretty much been wiped out, except for that one container. A freaking shotgun. A good shotgun, according to one of my viewers. So you know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to reload inside the house, because there is some relative safety here, even though I haven't checked it all the way. But hey, I got a shotgun with 6 shells. I should be fine. Should. Now, like I said, I don't feel too confident with this house and the amount of loot it has. I mean, look at that. 400% lobby, and I don't have anything. Crazy, ain't it? But don't worry. Things are going to change here pretty soon. Alright. I'm thinking about walking through that bee park to see if I can find any food, because bees have honey, and honey means food in this game, which makes sense, but I decided not to. Now, I'm going to run through this river, and I'm thinking, what is my next move? This is a 400% lobby, loot lobby, and I don't have anything.
The plane is coming. Prepare to fight for the airdrop.
That's the equivalent of having a job and only getting paid minimum wage. Picture. New objective added. That guy at the central detector, he can have all the fun he wants to. I got a new objective. Not the airdrop. This buried cache. Now, that picture has a truck and an RV camper on it. This is what you have to do when you find pictures. It was also parked against what looks like to be like a rock face. And cars are only on roads. I say that, but there's a car right there. Or vehicle right there. It was on the road. Now on this map, there's only one main road, but it splits off into two different directions. The airdrop is beside a road. And yes, I relocated it to beside the road. I don't know where the cache is at when I first start the game. It's just random chance. So I could not predict this was happening. But hey, here we are. Yeah, that gunfight's still going on too. But anyways, let's focus on what I'm doing. I'm being sneaky in an open field. Does that make any sense? Not really in hindsight, but now it does, because now I'm in the shadows. You know, you would think that I'll be walking through here, but remember, the airdrop is next to the road, and the road is right there. If anybody hears me and I'm walking through this, well, yeah, traversing through this open field, I gotta book it to find cover. Alright, so that was me checking that, yeah, it's on a road, but it's on a road that splits off into two directions, which means I have a 50-50 shot of finding that red truck with the RV camper attached to it. Now, this is one of the biggest sins you can make in this game, but for me to find this buried cache and to get some kind of loot out this 400% lobby, I gotta do it. Because I gotta keep track of the cars that I see and the cars that I don't see. And you see right there, I'm checking behind me because I hope nobody hears me. If they hear me, am I a dead man? Not really, because there's cars. But there's going to be two audio cues if somebody fires at me. One, my opponent's gunshot. Two, a car alarm. If there's anybody nearby, they're going to come investigate. And would you look at that? A red truck with an RV camper behind it. Wonderful. I'm going to position myself in the relative same angle as the photo that was taken, but I'm going to make sure I'm in cover first. I'm going to hide my head behind these two rocks. And right here, I'm just triangulating, and the cache looks like it's behind the truck, up to the right a little bit. And somebody just got the airdrop. Good for them. Wish them the best. Are they going to make it is a whole nother question. Because they went for the nearest exit. And here come the radiation. Now time is against my side. I'm gonna head behind this red truck because now I gotta move. I gotta move right now. So I'm gonna sneak my way up this hill until I find the buried cache, and boom, there it is. Remember now, 400% lobby on the biggest map in this game. Decent find. Look at all that food. And I'm gonna destroy the picture because why would I keep the picture? I found the cache. What's the point? You hear all the gunshots now? People are still in here, and they realize they gotta get loot and they gotta go. but I'm going to place a bet that says they don't have loot. So that's why they're going after people. Now, let me tell you something about running into radiation. It's a gamble. Because on the surface, you'll think it's safe. But there are some maniacs in this game who will continuously pop iodine, even though you can only carry 2 stacks of it, or a stack of 2 of iodine, and they will camp the exit. I decided not to take the same exit as the person with the airdrop, because somebody can be waiting at that exit. I decided to go for the furthest exit, which is deep in radiation, because in my mind, who would stay in radiation? Radiation is meant to kill you. Why would you stay in a cloud that's meant to kill you? And I'm going to stop for loot on the way to the exit. You know why? Because I feel relatively safe. That's the thing. You don't want to load yourself too much because you lose precious seconds just like that. Keep an eye on your inventory because each second matters, especially when radiation's here. Radiation lowers your maximum health, not your current health. See, like right now, I'm still at 100% health, but my threshold is going down. Do I hear crows? Do I hear wolves? I don't. Which means I'm in the clear. And so, that was this encounter. I didn't even kill anybody, but I came out there with the best shotgun in the game, according to one of my viewers. And you know what? I'm pretty happy with that. I am. And I also found a buried cache off of pure luck. You know what'd be crazy? What if the game developers add a picture that shows where the picture is at? Pictureception. But regardless, I'm going to come back to my house. And here is the moral of this video. Keep moving. That guy who hit the signal detector, who aimed at me, he had a rough location of where I was at. But if I would have got up while he was aiming at me, that would have been a whole gunfight. But then I got third-partied. The guy who third-partied me didn't even know he was about to be the third party. He just came over that rail car like, okay, let's go. But my question is this. Why didn't the guy who was aiming at me shoot the guy on top of the rail car? Because he's on top of a freaking rail car. Like, he's exposed like heck. But, you know, I survived, and that's all that matters. And then I got 10 armor plates too, so hooray. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you are new. And I will catch you in the next episode. Until next time, peace.